Alola Pokemon trainers! It's the spiritual gym leaders here for another Pokémoncy pack opening.
I'm gym leader Zuby.
And I'm gym leader Sachi.
And we are going to open Journey together.
Woo! We also have a special announcement to make. So this is going to be the last Pokémoncy pack opening that gym leader Zuby and I do together for at least for quite some time. So we have been journeying together for many years, and now our journeys are separating, and we're very excited that we are going in different directions and having different journeys. And maybe for those of you who are watching, maybe you're going through a similar situation of understanding, the aspect of soulmates, that soulmates do come and go sometimes. You learn different lessons and you're meant to be together for a certain amount of time to accomplish certain things, and sometimes the next part of that journey is to separate.
And we could see that along Ash's journey as well, right? He has his Pokepals with him and they're journeying together with each other, and then they go their separate ways. So again, lots of teachings within Pokemon, and just because the journey is no longer going to be together, it doesn't necessarily mean you will be alone along your journey. So that's also a reminder that being alone does not equal being lonely, and sometimes we need to understand that. And just, as a reminder, you're never alone. You always have yourself with you, and then maybe other soulmates, but also Pokemon as well.
You always have your Poke Party.
Yeah. and it's a beautiful thing because also your online friends, again, there's like so many different ways to feel less lonely, and even within nature. So whatever you feel gravitated towards, you don't have to put yourself in a state of loneliness.
It's true. And thank you everyone who has supported the spiritual gym leaders and us individually on our journey together with you, and for supporting our content, for liking, for subscribing, all that good stuff. Stay tuned for what we continue to do separate and potentially together. And we would love your continued support, and no matter what way or shape it may form. We also would like to let you know about a special that we have. So right now we have an inner child healing reading that is Happiny. So we have a bundle. It's Happiny, Chansey, and Blissey. So if you feel like you need some healing, then that is where you want to turn to right now. So it comes in 3 parts. The first part is Happiny, so it's an inner child reading. So psychic Pokémoncy readings, like you see here, we do it with the power of Happiny to go into different energies of, one, a message exactly what your inner child is trying to tell you, and also what your inner child needs from you so that you can be the adult that your inner child truly needs. Sometimes we hear like, oh, rip a pack of Pokemon cards, buy that plushie that's healing your inner child. When in truth, it's actually not healing your inner child. It's giving your inner child some toys so that it will shut up and be happy with what it gets, when really inner child healing is something that's done within. Material possessions are never going to fill that void. So we have that reading for anyone who is interested. It's 12/12. So if you feel a call to that reading, or if you've been seeing Happiny a lot lately, then that reading is for you.
And then we have Chansey. So after doing the inner child work, going into Chansey, where it's a guided meditation, and I am your Nurse Joy guiding you through the journey, and then to meet Chansey and of course another Nurse Joy. And in that meditation, you will pretty much be rebirthed, because Chansey has the healing egg. So kind of going into a rebirthing process and understanding healing on a cellular level. That way you can move forward in life and actually have your soul alignment, so you get clarity and insights into the rebirth of yourself, of stepping into, what you came here on earth to be. It could be anything, and really stepping into your power and this new beginning that you are stepping afoot.
And then once you finish the meditation, you can also do the Blissey ritual. So this is for those who like to engage in ritual and actual magic. It is a PDF that takes you step by step of how to dress a candle to summon a Blissey. So when you summon this Blissey, the spirit of Blissey plus the candle magic helps you with a total soul retrieval. So this is for anyone who experienced extreme trauma, had burnout, like something drained the life out of you, and you feel like you need to call your energy back to you. It calls your energy back, cleansed and cleared, cuts ties and energies with people who are siphoning and things like that. And so it's a soul reclamation ritual. So for those of you who are interested in that, you can purchase the Blissy candle ritual, and then inside that ritual, if you want a pre-made candle or a bundle that has like all the ingredients together, if you don't want to find the ingredients for yourself, I can send those to you.
Yeah, so you could go ahead and purchase the bundle, or you could buy them each individually depending on what you feel called to. And we highly recommend the bundle because it's through a process, and again, it's self-guiding. You don't have to do it all at once unless you feel called to, but you could do it at your own pace and leisure, whatever you feel called to. And you could book that at thespiritualgymleaders.com, and you could find all that information there and then some.
Yep, I'll put it in the description box below if you're watching on YouTube. But without further ado, thank you so much for joining us for this Pokémoncy pack opening. So before we rip the pack, Gym Leader Zuby is going to lead us through a short meditation so that we can center ourselves and be open to receive the messages that come through.
All right, just making sure that you are in a comfortable seated or laying down position, free from distractions. That way you're present in the moment. So if you're driving, just tune into this later.
Or pull over.
All right, so just go ahead and just take some cleansing breaths. Breathe in and let out a big sigh. Do another one. And breathe out, letting the biggest that you can. And just wiggle your body. All right, and then gently close your eyes as you take an intentional big deep breath in. Hold, accumulate all the energy of your day, and as you breathe out, releasing your day. And just be present and paying extra attention to my voice, allowing yourself to feel more relaxed and at ease within your body. And just notice the seat below you, and like a tree trunk feeling grounded, and your own roots grounding into the seat below you, into Celebi's peaceful timeline. Breathing in and out. And in this space, you feel loved and cared for, safe and protected. Feeling your heart center as it's glowing. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, your heart extending out into the field, feeling your own love amplifying within you and all around you. And take a moment to feel your own loving energy. Breathing in all that love, and breathe out what no longer serves you, being transmuted back into love. And within this heart-centered space, we see Celebi. And take a moment to connect with Celebi at this time. As Celebi comes during times of peace, and receive any messages of what you need to do to anchor in this peaceful timeline. as Celebi goes all around you, sprinkling Celebi's fairy dust. You breathe in and out. As you feel a call now to follow Celebi into the Pokeverse. And on top of this beautiful mountainscape, and on this mountainscape, you could see the beautiful starry nights. As the clouds move, you see the beautiful shining star as it glows brighter and brighter. But it's not just a star, it's Jirachi. Take a moment to meet Jirachi. And at this time, know that Jirachi can grant you 3 wishes. And ask Jirachi what you can do to clear the path to make sure that these wishes come effortlessly, easily, safely, and with ease. As Jirachi flutters all around you, again sprinkling that Jirachi dust, you breathe it in and out. As Celebi and Jirachi are right next to you, gifting you some Pokeballs. How many Pokeballs do you have? And these Pokeballs are the numbers that you will receive in this Pokémoncy pack opening. As the night sky forms numbers 1 through 11. And as you throw each one, take a moment and see what numbers you receive from each Pokeball. As we breathe in and out, thanking Jirachi as Jirachi goes back into the night sky. And just know every time you look at the sky, it is a reminder of your wishes. You can always find Jirachi in the sky whenever you need extra confirmation. And as Celebi opens up a portal for your timeline back into your physical body, where it is the most peaceful, blissful, most prosperous, aligned timeline, where it is just filled with so much love, so much prosperity, so much good health, good wealth, and so much more. As Celebi rips time and space, we thank Celebi as we walk through this space and time. Take a deep breath in and out, feeling yourself come back into your body now. And take a moment to notice the difference between before we started this meditation and now. Breathing in to anchor in these new energies, and breathing out, grounding yourself, acclimating to the new energies and into the new timeline, thanking yourself for going on this journey with us. And as you feel back into your body, wiggle around your fingers and toes in your body, coming back into your space, and you can open your eyes.
That was awesome. That was awesome. Let us know in the comments what you thought. When Celebi came and was like doing fairy dust, for some reason I thought you were going to say onion powder.
Sprinkling onion powder on you.
That's what I saw. I was like, ooh, onion powder.
Yeah, let us know in the comments what you felt and, you know, all the energies and how you feel and the shift of energies and where you feel it in your body is pretty much like a message within itself of like where you'll start noticing the shifts and changes.
Yeah, and for me, Celebi gave me numbers and Jirachi gave me numbers. So some of them for me are like timeline based messages, and then some of them are for like a wish come true. So it's interesting. All right, we're gonna open Scarlet Violet Journey together. On front we got Hop and Zacian.
Show Twitch.
Yeah. There you go, Twitch. What's up? Thanks for joining. Let us know in the comments what numbers you got. Oh, and it's N and Zorark. Hey Jennifer, thanks for joining. Thanks for being on our journey. I think every single time. Thank you. All right, let's see what's inside. I'm just gonna shuffle them. All right.
I don't know why I just wants to switch.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, and that's probably
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is that 11? I don't know.
9, 10, 11. Yep.
Okay.
11 cards as per usual. So happy to be here. Thanks. All right.
Okay. Celebi's hand is here. I think just like that one time, but we're going to go ahead and start. All right. Number 1, we have Iono's Electrode. All right. So, oh yeah, she has
Belly bolt. And then her hair is like Magmites.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so what I got was there's some immediately Enio's Magnemites came to mind, but because this is Electrode, I definitely feel like there needs to be some clearing in your head. There might be some electrodes that are disguising themselves in your headspace. So this is especially true if you are having a lot of negative self-talks or just like exploding thoughts or doom and gloom thoughts. There needs to be some clearing in your heads because the Magnemites are pulling certain energies in your head and it's causing like there's like a deception energy within your headspace in your crown chakra that need to be removed and transmuted and actually have your own Magnemites in your head, not just implants that are there. So thumb boom, the more energy it charges up, the faster it gets. But this also makes it more likely to explode. So yeah, what I'm getting with number 1 is like, definitely need to do an energy clearing, especially in your crown chakra. There's an accumulation of energy. There's a lot of energy being put up and it's accumulating faster and faster, but it also is more likely to explode. So again, there's just like this explosive energy within your field and maybe whatever's here needs to be removed and explode, but like throw it as far away as possible. And yeah, there is this energy of like the city, so making sure that if you are going into any city, doesn't matter what city it is, a more denser space, make sure that you are protecting yourself because in dense cities there are different energies that come and want to attach onto you. So Yeah, so again, making sure that you do a cleansing and clearing, and making sure that there is no deception energy. I feel like there's something in your sphere that you think is yours, but it's not, and it just needs to be removed. And I feel like this is going to be very quick, right? It says it's fast, so it could be as easy as you going into the shower and clearing your headspace. Like when you're shampooing, just literally say like, these attachments or this deceptive energy is off of me. And as you're washing your head, you know, imagine it coming off of your headspace, in your hair, in your body, and then the conditioning is the condition, right? Then you condition your head exactly what you want to bring in, right? And you programming it, because once energy is removed, the energetic principle, something needs to be filled. So you need to make sure that you fill that space up, or else the energy is just going to come back and attach onto you.
And even before we began, when we were getting ready to do this Pokémoncy pack opening, Gym Leader Zuby and I both were feeling fear energy, and I know a lot of it is in the collective, and there is a lot of fear. There's a lot of forces that are trying to push a lot of groups into fear, and so it's very important that you clear that fear, you know, and not feed that fear within yourself, because especially like bomb related things. So yeah, clear that fear so it doesn't materialize in your physical reality. I feel like for those of you who feel like that message is from Celebi specifically, like if you feel that energy, like put it in an electrode and put that electrode throw it into a different timeline where there's like no humans. All right, number 2. Ooh, Grim Snarl. For those of you who got Grim Snarl, and it's using Shadowy Knot. So I'm already getting like in your shadow, there is some tangled energy, and it's taken on an energy of itself. This is very much, yeah, like a shadow imp kind of energy. And it's called the Bulk Up Pokemon. So it feels like maybe this has something to do with bulking up in some way, whether this is if you want to obtain more mass, like muscle and things like that. It says it lives deep within the forest. Even after evolving into this splendid form, it hasn't given up on petty misdeeds and pranks. So it feels like there's this aspect of like, yeah, you have evolved, like you've evolved into a new form, but there's still a part of your shadow that's doing like sneaky things. Like, again, it's specifically saying misdeeds and pranks. So it feels like physically you've evolved, but energetically your shadow is still kind of doing some childish things, like playing pranks on people, right? Deception, misdeeds, like doing people wrong, or, you know, doing things that you shouldn't do. And it's talking about, you know, a shadowy knot in bulk, like it feels muscly. So it feels like if you are getting a knot in a certain part of your body, look up what it means to get pain or a knot in that muscle, and that will tell you the energy of what this shadow program is that's running, that you need to identify. And it's also a psychic card, so it feels like this is influencing your mental space as well. Like it may make your mind more, like have a proclivity to do misdeeds and do pranks and kind of be sneaky and mischievous. But it's like you've already evolved, so it's time to let these programs go. Like the shadow's really trying to get your attention with this.
And also doing some like fascia release maybe might help, because it's still like in the body. So if you do have this like muscle, whatever, like again, the body keeps score. So doing these fascia release can actually like release this energy. And if you are through your evolutionary journey, like make sure that you ask all of yourself to evolve, right? Not just like you, but all of you, right? Okay. All right, we have number 3. Let me choose this one. Galarian Stunfisk. Here, okay, Mud Slap. Galarian Stunfish. It reminds me of like skunk. What is that? fish called? I think it's like the flat. It looks like a.
Oh.
I don't even know. I could see it in my head. It's like a flat
fish?
Yeah, it's like a flat fish, and it looks like, I don't even know. Mud slab. Living in mud with high iron content has given it strong steel body. So mud is water plus dirt, right? Like the surface, right? Dirt is supposed to be like grounded, and when we have mud, it's like unstable. It can kind of get you stuck and kind of like you're still what I'm getting is like you're still walking, but the surface below you is very muddy. So it's kind of ungroundedness, but not in a way that's super ungrounded. And it talks about its iron content and has a strong steel body. So it's very interesting. It says that it is a trap Pokemon. So don't get trapped in the mud, right? What I was saying is like you still need to keep going. Even if you feel stuck, like still keep moving. Don't get trapped in your own mud. Like your emotional body is what is creating the mud. It's creating the unstableness energy. And Stunfish also looks like a bear trap, right? Look at the teeth here and here, like, you know, like bear traps, right? It has the claws out here and then in the middle. So don't get trapped by your own emotional body, even though it's unstable. Again, like I said before I even channeled that, is like you could still keep going, and movement is still movement, right? And also what I'm getting is like build up your iron content. So if you feel like you've been having low iron, I know I have, so this is also a message for me, is to up your iron content. And there's so many different ways. And with iron, you want to also make sure you pair it with vitamin C. It helps fasten the transport of the iron to your cells and into your blood. So you could eat steak if you don't have any dietary restriction, beets as well, and also, weirdly enough, molasses. Yeah. And yeah, so upping your iron will create a steel body, a steel protectant around you, where if it is outside energies trying to weigh you down, like you'll be good. Like it doesn't matter what outside force is going to happen to you. You are literally, from a cellular level, are being protected because you're up in your iron, you're up in your defenses, and then you'll keep moving regardless of the unsettling energy that you are feeling in your physical realm.
Okay, number 4. If you pick number 4, holla in the comments. Let's see. Oh, Parasect using Spore. Okay, so Parasect represents some parasitic energy, so you may want to pay close attention to anything within the heart chakra that may be parasitic. That means like one-way relationship of something that is taking. But with Spore here, I feel like some of you need to assess if you have mold in your home, because mold can cause like head fog. It can cause a plethora of health issues, from like chronic disease and chronic, what is it called when you're tired all the time? Fatigue, yeah, chronic fatigue. Like it can cause so many issues, and a lot of people don't know they have mold in their home. It could be in the walls, it could be in the ceiling, it could be in your bathroom. Like if you have mold, you need to take care of it, and for some of you, you need to have a professional come and take care of it.
And moldy food.
Oh yeah, and don't eat moldy food. But it is good to eat mushrooms. Okay, it says the larger the mushroom on its back grows, the stronger the mushroom spores it scatters. Yeah, it feels like this is an issue. Like this is 2 ways. One, anything that's parasitic in your heart, like if you keep allowing this to grow, then it's just going to cause even more problems. Like anytime there are spores scattering, I always take it as like it starts encompassing more of your life. So whatever parasitic program is running in the heart chakra, you need to cut it off now. Second, for those of you who have mold in the home, like the longer you take to deal with this, the more it's going to cost, the more it's going to be a problem, because the spores are going to continue to spread. So it's something that you want to take care of immediately, like energetically within your heart and within your home space.
All right, and then we have number 5.
Oh, I want to say one more thing, because I accidentally put this down upside down, which means Parasect is using scissor swing. So some of you need to do a heart chakra cord cutting. Yes, thank you. Need to do a heart chakra cord cutting.
And also maybe a parasite cleanse.
Yeah.
But also make sure that you follow protocol.
Yes.
For a parasite cleanse, because it's actually more dangerous to kill a parasite in your body without binding it to something and letting it out of your body safely. So just follow protocol. So do some research before you just jump into a parasite cleanse. All right, and then we have number 5. I'm getting this one here. Okay.
Bombardier. More bombs.
Yeah. So we have Bombardier, and bomb energy. It's very interesting because, like, I know we talked about peaceful timelines and stuff, and sometimes, like, anyways, we can always be safe within, follow your intuition and where you know you'll be safest. So if you feel a call or a nudge to go somewhere, go there. But also, if you're getting to avoid going somewhere, avoid going there too. Because there's certain things that are kind of just happening for the greater good of the collective, even though it doesn't seem good. But at this time, and then that's going to kind of help this new energy kind of be built upon. But again, like, don't fall into fear state and then come into your own and find out where it's safest for you. With Bombardier Glide, Bombardier uses did I show it? I don't know. I'm just gonna show it to you again. All right, Bombardier. And like, notice how Bombardier is taking flight and it's over the ocean. And it's very interesting. It kind of looks like a sailboat underneath of it too. So whether you are taking flight or going by ship or whatever it might be, okay, so Bombardier uses the apron on its chest to muddle up food, which it carries back to its nest. It enjoys dropping things that make loud noises. Very interesting. So I'm getting definitely stock up on your food. The message I'm hearing is prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. So that's literally the mantra at this time. So stock up on food, stock up on resources, stock up on the physical things to make sure that, like, you have at least like 2 months, 3 months worth of food and first aid stuff. Prepare now. Water, the basic needs of, like, things. And then we have it talks about it dropping loud things and food specifically. So there's something about air dropping food. This is like definitely giving like very much
when they like cut off certain zones
and they had to like drop
humanitarian aid dropping in.
That's what it feels like. So again, making sure that you just stock up. Again, prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. And always hope for the best. Yes.
So, always keep that in mind. Which I remember for a couple Pokémoncy pack openings now, there have been some very continual messages. I remember we got it with the Team Rocket's Watchtower of the surveillance state BS that's trying to anchor. And then I remember with one of the grass types, it was like getting to the basics. Like, do you know the basics? Do you have seeds? Do you know how to grow food? Do you know how to purify water, right? It's not about having 50,000 gallons of water in your house, although you could do that if you want. But like, do you have a purification system? Do you know how to sanitize water? Do you know how to make a filter with charcoal, sand, rocks and stuff that you could just find outside, right? Not everything has to be super expensive, but you have to have the knowledge or the resources. Like it's been a very consistent message, and it kind of feels like we're getting to a time, like if you haven't been listening, then you're in some trouble. That's kind of what it feels like. And I'm going to share a dream that I had last night, and it's going to be in layman terms, and it's going to kind of sound a little bit silly because the words are so simple, but this dream was not very detailed, I think, for a reason. I saw a big spirit. That's what it was. Like it took up so much space, and it was able to encompass, like I saw it, the spirit over buildings and people. So this kind of felt like a, I guess, possession, you could call it, over multiple people, multiple places, and it was getting bigger, and it was bad. Like I really don't like using those simple words to describe things because I like to be very detailed, but that is what the dream that I saw. And I heard the message that you can only timeline jump for so long until you're only left with timelines where energy that has been avoided by the collective it's taken up so much space that it must be dealt with. And that's where we are as a collective. And again, there can be destruction worldwide, but you can still be safe. You can still be on a timeline of safety. And so part of it is like not letting what's happening in the rest of the world really influence you, so that you can stay, aligned with your mission and what you're supposed to accomplish during your lifetime. All right.
I mean, it's kind of like there's so much human past misdeeds and pranks. And pranks, we think it's like, oh, it's fun, it's silly, but it can be very hurtful. But again, it's the underbelly of humans. Like, it doesn't matter if we have done it or not, just like the human race and what throughout like generations and centuries that need to be dealt with now. And it's kind of coming to surface to be dealt with in order for this new energy to usher in. Because we can't just like we know this on a personal journey, right? We can't take baggage with us, right? We need to become more lighter. And on a more collective level, like, yeah, if we want to go into this like new earth, this new base of living, this new societal shift, that means we need to address with the bigger issues here. So it's dealing with this, and yeah, again, coming into the new. Anyways, that was 6, right?
That was 5. So I'm 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. Number 6. If you chose number 6, drop it in the comments. Pupitar, takedown. I'm getting it's time to take down your pupa. So for those of you who have been in this pupate state, you've been in the middle of this metamorphosis, hermit mode, kind of going inward, now is the time to take it down. And it is a fighting type, which indicates that it's not going to be, you're kind of going against gravity with this. This is a little bit of a uphill battle to take down these barriers, because it's really time for you to come out of that pupa state. It says this pupa flies around wildly. Interesting. I never knew that pupitar could fly. Okay, yeah, so it's like you're already flying. What the fuck are you doing in the pupa? You know what I mean? It's like, get out. You have wings. There's no reason to be like swirling around in your pupa. This pupa flies around wildly by venting with great force the gas pressurized inside its body. Yeah, it feels like there's so much pressure inside this shell, and you've been, again, like using this gas pressure to, fly and things, but it's really time to take down those walls and get out of that pupa and show your wings and use your wings that are like anatomically, supposed to help you fly, instead of like, the thing is, it is going to be a little bit of a, uphill battle to get this off, but then once it's off, it's actually easier. Like, it'll be easier to use your wings to fly than to use this pressurized gas to fly.
It's always gonna be an uphill battle. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Miley Cyrus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Not Hannah Montana. Miley Cyrus. Yeah, it's called It's the Climb. Anyways, that was just a channeled message from that. And then next up we have number 6.
7.
7. Also, very interesting, before we go into 7, it almost looks like a tornado on,
I'm just stretching my neck.
okay, Pupitar. It looks like a tornado around it, so it might just feel like you kind of need to be in the eye of your own tornado. That's what's going to help you get out of your pupa state. So if things are shifting and changing, it's because it's forcing you out of this. It's almost like, and it's like, it's almost as if, right, look at Pupitar, it's like around trees, so it's almost like being pushed out by the mama bird, like, all right, like, go. Like, whether you're ready or not, you can fly, and you can fly, but again, it's just like making sure that you release the weight off of you, like you're just holding yourself kind of down. All right, now we have number 7, right? 7? Okay. Ooh.
Ooh.
Is it reverse?
Reverse hollow, yeah.
All right, we have reverse hollow toadstool.
Toad's cool.
Toad's cool. All right, we have reverse hollow toadstool. You might be feeling totes cool right now, or you need to start embodying totes cool. It's reverse hollow, but what's coming out is fighting energy. That's like what the background is. You could tell like there's like fighting energy around it. And it says, though it looks like toadstool is a completely different species. Its legs may be thin, but it can run at a speed of 30 miles per hour. So
I think it looks like tentacle, right?
No. Oh yeah, tentacle. Yeah. Sorry, that's my bad. So, okay, let me repeat that. Although it looks like tentacle, toadstool is a completely different species. Its legs may be thin, but it can run up to 30 miles per hour. So the fact that I said it looks like, in the very beginning, I said tentacle, right? Or tentacle?
You said...
I don't know. Anyways,
I don't know. Yeah.
I said something different than what the name is. So what I'm getting is like, you are totally cool. You don't have to pretend to be anybody else. So like, release the name, release whatever, or not release, let go of the name, let go of whatever that you feel like you're putting on this mask or an identity that isn't you, that isn't yours, because you're totes cool. It's cool to be yourself. Your quirks, your cues or whatever is you, right? So be yourself. You're totes cool. And know that like when you do, again, there's a, like, take off that false mask, and when you do, you'll be able to run faster, right? You're releasing weight. So part of this is like coming into your own energy, into your own space, and kind of like fighting off what you, like why you think you need to be somebody else, or why you feel like you need to be this version of yourself that you don't have to be at this time. Yeah, just be yourself is what I'm getting. So yeah, and then look up angel number 30. That might be a message there. And yeah, and it's very interesting. It looks like there's mushrooms on the floor, or even like dandelions as well. I think it's dandelion, so I'm gonna say it's dandelion. So that's also, you know, making a wish, right? Jirachi, like wish fulfillment. So once you kind of like let go of who you think you need to be, and part of this is also like inner child stuff, so also very important to do inner child work. And if you feel called to do inner child work, definitely get our inner child reading or the Chansey bundle. It's the Happiny Inner Child Pick-a-Pile, because this is definitely coming like who you were told to be when you were younger. That's like something that just keeps nagging at you now, and you think that's you, that's your voice of, oh, I think I need to be this person. But it's like, are you really that person? Or were you told that from a child and you've just been that your whole life, that it feels like a part of you, but it's actually not? So reprogramming a lot of inner child, like tax. I don't know, I'm just seeing a visual of like tax in your body, because that was like, oh, you should be this. You need to be this. And then you just identified as yourself as that, because as a child, our brain is absorbing everything, and now that's in your subconscious programming and playing out into your adult life. So again, inner child is very much important, to let go of any programs from our parents, doctors, teachers, students. It doesn't matter who put it there. It's time for you to take it out and really figure out who you are outside of all these programs, and then you'll be totes cool.
Okay, number 8. Oh, okay, Shadowy Knot again. Reverse Hollow Grimmsnarl. So I'm getting to read this one in reverse. So with Mega Punch. So I feel like it is an emphasis on number 2. So if you pick number 2 and number 8, they very much go together in some sort of way. And I'm feeling like there is an aspect of the misdeeds and pranks that are going on here that has to do with like energetically assaulting, or maybe you had experienced some sort of assault physically or something like that, and now like that energy is stored in your body somewhere. Like exactly what Gym Leader Zuby said when number 2 came out is like the body keeps score. So whether you like actually got punched or maybe psychically attacked or abused or whatever violation of boundaries happened to you through your life, it's in your body. And like Gym Leader Zuby said, you need to release that energy out of your fascia, because it seems like what you're doing is like energetically attacking people or energetically assaulting people, and that's again a very pranky type of thing. Like you're going through an evolution, but you truly don't want to be a bully, I guess, is kind of how it's coming out. So I'm hearing like you need to release the anger about the violations of boundaries that have happened to you. So getting something like a punching bag might really help you. Yeah, because it says it lives deep within the forest. Even after evolving into this splendid form, it hasn't given up on petty misdeeds and pranks. So I'm also getting some like inner child stuff here. It's like you've already evolved into this beautiful, splendid person, but there are still some like shadow programs within the inner child of like pranking, right? Maybe as a kid you did the prank phone call, oh, is your refrigerator running, sort of thing. But now like the pranks that you're playing are, and maybe you're not even doing it, maybe it's your shadow, like as you're sleeping or something. Like there is definitely some shadow programs of misdeeds and prank. Like prank doesn't feel like the word, like the proper word. It feels like a trap, like a setup almost. So, you know, give a little bit more of attention to your shadow and what it's trying to tell you. And again, it does feel like your inner child is probably trying to get a hold of you to talk about how its boundaries were violated. You know, a lot of us have been violated as children because we didn't know how to set boundaries, right? We're kids. And so it feels like the repercussions of having those boundaries violated have kind of turned into this Grimmsnarl thing within your shadow, and that needs to be healed through the inner child.
All right, and then we have 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, number 9. I'm hearing like closing out the cycles. Ends PP up. Ends PP up. Okay. Oh God. Okay, yeah. I feel like that kind of transitioned into from 8 to 9 of like essay, you know? So that's like a lot of things to move through and process through. Just know that like if you did go through essay, like making sure that like just know it is not your fault. You are a child. There was nothing, like even if adults said like, oh, you were asking, like no, like you need to let that go because you were a child, point blank. Like, and that's it. You don't have to explain yourself. Like, I am just telling you, you were a child. It's not your fault. And go through that grievance and healing process and innocence being taken away from you. So that's something here that's coming up. And then that's one message. And then ends PP up. I really don't know why this is coming through, but this is definitely giving like Viagra, because it's like a pill bottle almost. And then it looks like a stop, like, you know, in the DVD player, right? Doesn't that look like a DVD player?
Yeah,
like stop. So this is a message for somebody: stop taking Viagra. Okay. Like, whoever you are, stop taking it. It is not good for you. There are so many different natural ways to help your PP up. That doesn't have to do with pharmaceuticals. And if you are having trouble getting it up, then it's your body telling you something, and it's time to address that rather than masking the issue with that. And very interesting, I don't know, like your testosterone, check out your testosterone levels. What else?
I was also getting a message, like, because it looks like the button you click where it like opens and closes the DVD thing. So like, for those of you who have been watching a lot of corn, and if that's the only way you can get the PP up, like, that is also an issue that will deteriorate your testosterone. Plus, you know, the spiritual siphoning and things like that. I think it's a call to, you know, put it on pause and come back into your own sensuality and understand what truly gets you aroused, minus watching other people like a voyeur. You know, like, if you engage in corn, you are a voyeur inherently. So come back to yourself and your own imagination, and maybe, you know, actually find a real life partner. Make yourself sensually attractive in that way, and not dependent on visual stimuli and pharmaceutical stimuli. And also, you know, piggybacking off of the Grim Snarl message, like, even if you're an adult as well, it's also not your fault. Like,
yes.
you don't have to be a child to, you know, be innocent and not to blame as well. No matter what you were victimized, it doesn't mean that you have to stay a victim. It's not about denying what has been done to you and what was wrong. No matter what age you are, no one should ever violate your boundaries or your body. So if you feel, you know, like you're blaming yourself, that needs to be let go. But also, if you're stuck in like victimhood about it, you also need to do that work to get out of the victimhood and call your power back. And again, like with the Blissey ritual, that's a perfect example of extreme trauma that Blissey will call, you know, any soul fractionation that happened during that time and call that back to you cleansed and cleared.
Yeah, I mean, that can happen to, you know, anybody, no matter what age too. But yeah, getting out of victimhood is taking, the only responsibility you should have upon this is you taking the actions necessary to heal that and to clear your body and to, yeah, again, call back power and your sense of self and being safe in your body again. That's very much important. And if you are taking pharmaceuticals to help with this trauma, weaning off of it, and, you know, instead of just slapping a band-aid on a gushing open wound is going to cause more harm than, you know, healing, right? We need to address it, nurture it, take the proper steps, and then it will be healed, right? And yeah, that is that message.
All right, number 10. We have psychic energy. Okay, so I'm getting a couple different messages. One, you need to pay attention to your headspace. This is your third eye chakra, so paying attention to your thoughts, your mindset, you know, how you're speaking to yourself. Some of you may be going through some psychic upgrades, so you need to pay attention to, like, okay, I'm getting like some of you may be getting a lot of headaches, and that's actually your third eye getting readjusted so that you can, it's like literally releasing pain from the third eye. So that way, the way you're perceiving things, the way you're thinking about things is not through pain programs. So for those of you who have been releasing pain within your head, just know it's temporary to get rid of that so that you can be on timelines that are not painful, so that your wishes can come true, so that you're not seeing through a lens of pain and misfortune and things like that.
All right, 11. All right, 11. Last but not least, we have Whale Lord. Its immense size is the reason for its popularity. Whale Lord watching is a favorite sightseeing activity in various parts of the world. How cool.
Yeah.
So if you have the opportunity to go whale watching, I think whale migration season has started. And yeah, I think this is a beautiful sign and indication, or maybe set your intentions if that's something you've always wanted to do or do again. Set the intentions of like, okay, yeah, I would love to go whale watching or seeing, and also very much Cetus vibes as well. So you might have that in your chart, or that's just like very active whenever the time you're seeing this. But also whales are very beautiful beings. They are kind of keepers of knowledge and history, like true history, not just history that was taught to us. And I'm also getting the if you have watched Miss Davis on Peacock.
Mrs. Davies.
I think it's Davis.
Is it?
Yeah, I think we just kept calling it Mrs. Davies,
Oh,
but it
okay.
was Mrs.
Okay.
Yeah, Mrs. Davis or Davies, whatever. Find it on Peacock. It is a really, really, really good show. Highly recommend it. This is telling me to tell you to watch it. There's a lot of messages on there that you should look into, especially with like religious programming, also AI stuff. So highly recommend. And overall, yeah, so connecting with whales, I'm also getting like listening to whale songs and singing is definitely going to help. And what I'm getting is also you need to embody whale spirits. So if you feel small, or like, yeah, if you just feel small in general, no matter what reason or rhyme, whale spirit is here to show you how to be big, how to expand your energy, how to take up space, and yeah, work with that energy. Feel your own vastness. And that's a message that, yeah, Whale Lord is telling you. Also your own lordship. Get into your own lordship. But it's very interesting. I heard like, yeah, like lord and lady. However that applies to you. My lady, my lord.
But Bridgerton's coming on soon.
Oh yeah. But also like that can also be another thing too, is like, right, ladies and lords owned, well, lords, but ladies too. We'll just say lords and ladies owned land, right? That's why they were called lords and ladies. They owned land. And present day landlords, right? It derives from that.
And landlady.
Yeah. So yeah, anyway, so there's something about property, land, taking up space, maybe taking up a lot of space on land and anchoring that in. But first it starts with your emotional body, and working with whales is definitely going to help in that process.
Oh, that's awesome. And it's hollow.
Oh. Yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Juniper, we will do your reading momentarily. We're just going to do our outro.
Thank you so much. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thank you for being with us along this journey, and wherever this journey might take you and us. Thank you for being here. And yeah, we'll see what unravels throughout our journey. Yeah.
Throughout time and space. We hope that you are all on peaceful timelines, and that your wishes are granted, and that you engage in a little Poke magic. And of course, if you would like to book a private reading or get a multitude of the services that we offer, you can do that at thespiritualgymleaders.com.
Alola.
Alola.